Abusia mamo akwaba eba teachers zone ene yebebon komo kakra afa waye ko ho nti bacho sa ohwe me sisia na subscribe to the channel na bacho mo mo se oba subscribe to channel no oba like na wa share na abre bi a be upload the video no on sabe to me aka videos ni bi ene waye for anka by now anka wasifo no results den aba abonten a omo check here ebi mo prepare akọ school because ebi mo aye actual aye my friend say prepare some beko university but as at now no why for wasifo result omo release here adentia now one of the challenges I am why for release result ni because omo so mo machine na mo dey mark objective papers no some machine a break it down na aban no so de omo ka bebre a omo hwe menim say aban no ba betua eka no nyina na omo timi edi ebia ye machine no na maybe by na omo see result ni be release on the 19th of December but emrena pounds and 25th and now no which is enra minister I think enra or Monday the minister can say what's the for result no you be release on the 29th of this month which is just a few days away from today and ebe release result no but why force say omoni minister anya any official meeting bia say this day or this day is when the result will be released even if some way official meeting crapona date na ono minister na dey about out can say the result will be released no the why as a body or as an institution omo ngini said the result can be released on that particular day because one machine na break it down till omo ntimi mark objective papers that machine na dey mark objective papers omo nima why for no emfa omo nsa mark objectives omo the machine e mark no na man ye faster etimi my result release in term now omo why officials say omo ni minister na anye any meeting bia ntia na medwen ho say na minister no munya official meeting bia na sika na nkofo no so demand mo fa ma omo e na wo ka kire public ni say the result will be released now. Into say we are WASSCE student. Now we expect to say result no you be release result no on the 29th of this month in here. Men fan your budget or men fan share our dream because anything can happen. So almost me 2 years can within the time now or pen and son on my own there. It is not likely somebody may release it because a marking is it takes time. Yeah, maybe ending of the month and I say probably January, early January. Into no, would you share video na? Share video way. Interview a call so between one of the WAEC officials and TV3 presenter back.
Focus on education now because we know that the minister earlier this week assured that the result of the 2024 WASSCE will be released by WAEC on December 29. The results were expected to have been released on December 19, but government indebtedness to WAEC meant the council was unable to repair broken down scanners, among other things needed to be able to ensure the release of the results. Let's engage John Kapi. He's the head of public affairs at WAEC. He's joining us right now with a bit more in terms of details. Mr. Kapi, Merry Christmas to you. Glad that you could join us this afternoon.
Many happy returns of the season to you and to your listeners and viewers.
Right, and there's been assurance from the minister that barring any hitches again, results should be released on the 29th of this month. I believe this is a sentiment you share as WAEC as well, following your meeting with the minister yesterday.
Well, as a council, we have not fixed any date for the release of the results because the challenges that we indicated earlier have still not been resolved. That is, the scanners that we need to scan the objective answer cards have still not been fixed. And so for now, it would be difficult to meet the 29th December deadline that was announced.
I'm struggling here, if you could kindly help me. And so, what? The minister met the council yesterday, had conversations, and from that conversation said that results could be released on the 29th. Was it the case that he was not abreast with the challenges which are still bedeviling you and your ability to be able to release the results, reason for which you would come out to issue a timeline of that nature?
Well, I guess that if there were a joint statement by WAEC and the Ministry of Education, we would have been bound by that particular statement. But as we speak, I guess our reporters would have told you that this statement was made by the minister in the absence of any of our officials. I arrived here a little late, and when I came, I was told that they had done a little, walk around the scanning room. We had indicated the amount of work that had been done. About 45% of the job had been done at the time of the visit of the minister. And let me just say that this 45% was achieved from the point that we started earlier, before the breakdown of the machines. All right. Now, so we haven't been able to do much. Unfortunately, I cannot say, on behalf of WAEC, that we have indicated that we are capable of working to release the results by 29th December.
When can you release the results based on the progress of work in fixing these scanners for you to be able to proceed with the release of the results? When is there a date you can point to?
Well, that will be difficult because, first of all, we had the technicians come to do an assessment of the state of the machines, because we had assured them that the 25 million that was issued to us the last time will be used in settling our outstanding indebtedness. Now, so when they came, they managed to tweak a few of them, I think about 5 of them, but unfortunately 2 have broken down again. So we've gone down to 3. And because of that, we are working gingerly, because you would not want to damage the machines any further. Now, the technicians have gone out there. They've been able to identify the parts that will be needed. They are willing to go procure them and come and fix the scanners so that we can go on with the scanning. So I would say that if monies are made available and the scanners are fixed, we would be able to recall staff, all hands on deck. We are sure that we can bend backwards and be able to release the results early enough for the tertiary institutions also to go ahead with their admissions.
Let's talk about the amount. 25 million was released earlier. Has there been a top-up since then? Because we're getting indications that another 25 million had been released to you, reducing the debt from 118 million cedis to some 68 million cedis.
As we speak, we can only speak to the 25 million check that was issued on the 18th of December. Beyond that, no further releases have been made. Assurances have been given, but as we speak, no check has been issued, and our account has not also been credited with any amount of money.
Mr. Kapi, help us here. So what? The visit by the minister yesterday, what really did he do? Because you've told us that there was no agreement as to a date set for the results to be released. There's been no firm assurance or even a renewal in terms of payments done. So what really transpired yesterday when the minister met the council?
Well, it wasn't so much of a formal meeting, if I can put it that way. He came in to apprise himself about the, the state of affairs. So he was taken to the critical area that is keeping us from processing the results. And he saw the amount of work that had been done, or he was told that about 45% of the work had been done. We had 55% more to do, but then the machines were still not in good condition, so there was no guarantee that we'll be able to work at full throttle. So then afterwards, he stepped out and then addressed the media, all right? So I would say that really there was no formal meeting to sit down and discuss the way forward. That is the report that was given to me.
Right. Just a final question in relation to these printers or these scanners, which are supposed to come back alive for work to be done. We've seen 25 million release. Out of the remainder of the amount, how much possibly can be released to you to ensure that at least these scanners are brought back to life for these results to be released?
Well, on the when we release a check, we received the check on the 18th. We sent a written notification to the minister indicating that that amount was only enough for us to be able to settle our indebtedness to these technicians. And we requested an additional 35 million so that we'll be able to pay them to go and get the parts we need to replace on the scanners. That will be able to pay our exams. Some few examiners who are still doing some scrutiny, and we will need the statistics from that scrutiny to be able to release the results. And then also we need to, expand our bandwidth so that we'll be able to upload the results. So these are items that we listed when we wrote to him on the 19th. And we indicated that if he could get us an amount of 35 million out of the outstanding debt, we would be in a position to work and release the results so that the candidates will be able to move on.
Right then, Mr. Kapi, we'll leave it here. 35 million, that's the amount WAEC says they need now to be able to proceed in sorting out all the challenges, increasing bandwidth to be able to upload the results. Mr. Kapi.
Enti the da hono no enti se wo ye WASSCE student na wo twen result meka che say to bo na aban no de ka duchum se o clear some debt bia e wo ho se o clear enti no o twen se o be clear niam no nyina na afede omo de mo result no ya release WAEC say se omo ntua eka no emma omo a they are not going to release the result. Enti no se wo hwe me na subscribe ya me bo be say subscribe to my channel so anytime I'm update on what is going on in our educational system. May damasi.